Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Jake here. Welcome back to another Pokemon Go PvP video. And in today's video, guys, we're going to be testing out our boy DRIFBLIM with the new HEX update in PvP. So for those of you who aren't aware, HEX recently got an update to it. So now it generates 12 energy per turn or per move, I should say. So we're gonna be testing out in this video today, guys. So hope you are ready for some nice little spicy DRIFBLIM action here. The moves that we're gonna be running with DRIFBLIM is going to be HEX, Icy Wind, and Shadow Ball for that nice damage. So alongside DRIFBLIM, we're gonna be running Abomasnow and Toxicroak. So to talk about what I'm pairing with it for one quick second here. DRIFBLIM for one is going to struggle against anything that has ice moves or anything that resists either the ice damage from Icy Wind or the Ghost. So anything like Umbreon or Sableye or anything that's like a dark type, it's gonna really struggle against. It also struggles against the flyers like Altaria and Skarmory. Even though it doesn't have the Icy Wind, guys, that Dragon Breath damage from Altaria is gonna really chew away at it. But using Icy Wind really helps with the debuff on the opposing Pokemon's attack. And the same thing goes with Skarmory. They're pretty close losses. And some things that DRIFBLIM is gonna do really well against are the ground types. Obviously, because it's part flying, it's going to 2 times resist anything that's ground. And usually if you can call the blizzard bait from something like a Whiscash, you'll end up in a pretty good spot. You're also going to do really well against anything that is psychic type or like a fighter. You're going to be 2 times resisting those fighting moves. In this case, you're going to be triple resisting because you're also part flying as well. So that's really nice. So that covers the weakness to Abomasnow pretty well. And yeah, we have Toxicroak in there as well, just for some extra coverage against Azumarill or anything that's a steel type, because Abomasnow struggles against steels really badly, and DRIFBLIM, it's kind of meh against a lot of the steel types. It's not great, but it does do well against anything that's ground or water or grass, for example. So it's gonna be resisting all that. So but one thing to take into note, guys, is it's going to lose to a lot of the other ghosts. It's going to lose to Haunter. It's going to lose to Sableye. It's going to lose to Umbreon, which is pure dark. So yeah, you want to get out of those ASAP, and that's why we have the our boy Toxicroak there to provide coverage against the anything that's dark. So without further ado, let's jump into the first battle here. Alolan Marowak. So this is one of the only matchups you can actually win as DRIFBLIM, because if the Alolan Marowak tries to bait and you don't fall for it, you're gonna win that matchup. Now there, I actually go for the bait. Oh, Shadow Ball wouldn't one-shot it, so they took a huge gamble there, and it paid off. And they're gonna swap into their Azu, but we have Abomasnow, guys. So like I said, it's not gonna do well against those ice type moves because it's part flying. So having Abomasnow to check this Azu is going to be really crucial in playing this DRIFBLIM game. And Abomasnow is also pretty safe swapping. So is DRIFBLIM now because of that Icy Wind and the HEX buff. Even like before the HEX buff, DRIFBLIM was still pretty good. I was an advocate for using DRIFBLIM in GBL actually. I had a lot of fun in it. So here we're gonna actually let Switch Advantage go, since we do get 2 shields from that Azu. And we're gonna bring in Toxicroak to farm down. This is a perfect farm range. We get nearly a Mud Bomb, and in comes Altaria. Now, this is a great scenario, guys. We're up a shield. We have an Icy Wind, which we're gonna switch immediately into to KO this Altaria, and then in comes the Alolan Whack. It's gonna probably throw a Shadow Ball here. We're gonna block. It's gonna be a Bone Club, but it doesn't matter. We're at another Shadow Ball. That was a little overkill. We could have just went Icy Wind there, but hey, I wanted to play it safe, and we end up winning that game. So jumping into the next game here, We like to lead with DRIFBLIM because we like to get those icy winds off for the debuff, and I notice a lot of people like to lead flyers now because of the threat that Abomasnow has now. Not so much Altaria, more so like Skarmory or Tropius. That's also a flyer you're gonna absolutely wreck with DRIFBLIM. Is gonna be Tropius. It's 2 times weak to Icy Wind, just like Altaria is. And you guys can see now, Dragon Breath isn't even doing that much anymore because we got the debuff on the Altaria twice. And they're gonna be smart and switch out. So we're gonna switch into Toxicroak. And this is not actually great. That's one of the weaknesses with this lineup, guys, is we're pretty weak to flyers. As you can see, we don't really have anything for it. But we do have this DRIFBLIM with some energy loaded still. So we're going to Shadow Ball the Skarmory, and then we're going to faint it down. Yeah, we're going to faint it down. We weren't able to farm it down, unfortunately. They're going to bring their Altaria back in, but we have our Abomasnow, and hopefully we can tank a Sky Attack. We don't need to, actually. We're going to get off the ice, the Weather Ball. So that's amazing. And then in comes a Whiscash, guys, and this is perfect. This couldn't be a better end to this matchup, guys. There's nothing this Whiscash can do to feint us, and we're going to just throw in an Energy Ball, and that's going to be a one-shot KO for the W. Nice comeback there. Nice comeback. I'm proud of that game for sure. If it was anything else, we would have been kind of screwed, but they actually ran 2 flyers and a Whiscash. That's a good matchup to win, guys. A 2 flyer line team against this is really bad, and we were able to come out with the W, so that's huge. So in this next game, we're gonna have to play around with this lead of a Skarmory. We're gonna go for the bait, and we don't actually end up we don't end up with the shield from them, so we're just gonna go for another bait. And now it's debuffed twice, so we don't have to block the Sky Attack. You're gonna see how little damage this does here. We tanked that so well. And they're gonna switch it into their Empoleon, and oh my god, Toxicroak. Toxicroak. We'll love this matchup every day of the week, guys. We make quick work of that, and then they bring in their Skarmory. I don't know why. We get an easy farm down. And then here comes the Galarian Fisk, and this is just amazing. This team they had was so weak to Toxicroak, it's pretty insane. But we're not yet in the clear, guys, because that thing has a lot of freaking energy banked, and the last of our Pokemon are both weak to it. So what we're gonna do is bring in Abomasnow. We know it can tank 1 Rock Slide, and they actually end up using Earthquake. I'm not really sure what they were doing there, but that's what they end up doing. They could have just went with 2 Rock Slides, and well, even if they did, we still would have won the game. We still had a shield left, so yeah, I don't think it would have really mattered that much, but we take the win regardless. That's also a Pokemon you don't want to run into. That Stunfisk with the flyer would cause real havoc to my team, that's for sure. Okay, so this is a tricky matchup right here. Hypno does a lot of damage with those confusions, as you can see. His DRIFBLIM, it's not tanky. It's like in the middle, but still those confusions hurt because they are neutral. And it does get to those punches pretty quick, and if they shield the Shadow Balls correctly, they win the matchup. You guys are going to see this a couple more times in the video. They predict both Shadow Balls, and I can't really do much about that. We're going to get off one last Icy Wind. So what I've noticed is a lot of people like to shield their Hypnos, so from now on I'm going to go for the Icy Wind bait. And anyone watching this video, I think I can recommend you guys go for that as well. A lot of people like to shield their Hypno. Fortunately for us, we can come in with Abomasnow, and they don't have Fire Punch apparently, so that's really nice. But in comes a Wigglytuff. Now this isn't good. We have Toxicroak in the back, so we're gonna hope and pray they have something weak to us in the back of their lineup. And it's gonna be a Whiscash. Now this is not good. We get pretty much one-shot KO'd by a Mud Bomb, and we don't really have energy loaded on our Abomasnow. Ideally, I should have just like stayed in, I think. But I doubt I would have beaten that Whiscash to my my energy ball, so that's unfortunate. But you know what? It is what it is. We take 1 L. We were still doing pretty well. That was actually kind of close. Okay, this matchup is interesting. You guys know Deoxys has Rock Slide, so that's gonna threaten us. But we also have that Shadow Ball, which is a huge threat to Deoxys. So they're gonna play it smart and switch out to Stunfisk. But we have Toxicroak ready and waiting for that. I love that matchup. So yeah, the one thing that Stunfisk has against Toxicroak is the Earthquake. So definitely, even if you think they're gonna bait, just shield just in case it is an Earthquake, because they aren't gonna get to a second one. Even if they bait, it seems like, at least. And we are able to land that Sludge Bomb onto that Deoxys, so that's really big. So yeah, we're gonna build up some extra energy on DRIFBLIM, throw the Icy Wind. They don't shield, so and what they have in the back is weak to Abomasnow. That's gonna be an Azu, and this is a wrap. This is definitely a wrap, and they don't shield. We're gonna see what happens here. They're gonna Ice Beam us. We actually survive, so just weird thing is about DRIFBLIM is that it has a lot of HP, but it has like not zero defense, like literally. It has pretty low defense, but it has like 200 HP. So it's kind of like counter, what's the word I'm thinking of here? It seems like it'd have a lot of bulk, but it doesn't have that much bulk. But it does have enough to where it survives an Ice Beam from an Azu, which is nice. But yeah, they just gave up. They saw that Abomasnow come in, and they just knew. But yeah, was that actually? No, that wasn't a 5-0. That was a 4-1. Get a Skarman as a reward. That was nice. But yeah, I believe that's the end of the video, guys. We make it to rank 7, and we get 2201 rating. So not great, but also not terrible. I definitely wanted higher. I believe I ended going 45 for like 75, I think, or something like that, something along those lines. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope those battles with DRIFBLIM kind of proved how strong it can be. In Great League, I went what was that a 4-1? Yeah, I went 4-1 to get 2201 in rank 7, so not bad in my opinion. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see a lot of its weaknesses, but I can assure you guys, you don't want to keep it against a Sableye, a Haunter, an Umbreon. Those are matchups you want to immediately run away from if you can. Yeah, a lot of its other matchups now are much closer because of the increase to Hex. And yeah, the Icy Wind combination with Shadow Ball is really nice. So if you're looking for something to counter, say, ground types more and have extra coverage against grass and anything that's like fighting, DRIFBLIM is definitely your Pokemon to go to. So yeah, I definitely think you guys should try it out in GBL if you haven't already. And yeah, you might even want to use this team as an option. You might want to try this team I have here on the right. But yeah, that's all for this video, guys. Please leave a like, drop that subscribe if I helped you out. If I gave you an idea that may have worked in your sets, and tell me in the comments below if you're running a team with DRIFBLIM and what you like to use with it. So yeah, until the next video, guys, I'll talk to you all later. Have an amazing day. Hope all of your GBL battles go well, And yeah, peace out.